Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses, and I'm reading a book right now called Inside Tasha Eurich. That's right, I remember her name this time. And it's about self-awareness and the myths on it and how to go about walking the path of self-awareness, going on the journey to become more self-aware. And one thing that I thought was really interesting, and when I saw her speak about it on TED Talks, I was really interested in buying the book, was her mentioning the why, not why section of the book. Pretty much, this describes where you should not be asking why questions to yourself. You should be asking what questions to yourself. I'm glad I watched the TED Talks video because had I not, I don't think I would have been able to understand immediately what she was talking about. But I'm gonna read a little piece. I'm gonna read pieces of it because it's a little longer and it has the information I'm gonna give you separated. All right, so it says in the book, the bottom line is that when we ask why, that is, examine the cause of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, we are generally searching for the easiest and most plausible answer. Sadly, though, once we have found one, we generally stop looking, despite having no way of knowing whether or not our answer is right or wrong. Sometimes this is a result of something called confirmation bias, which can prompt us to invent reasons that confirm our existing beliefs. And since our answers can reflect how we see ourselves, we accept them as true. Bang. Asking why can also cause our often lazy brains to mislead us. Let's say I ask you and this is one of the most, let's say I ask you to list all the reasons why your relationship is going the way it is, ladies. And let's say last night your spouse stayed out at the office happy hour, at the office happy hour later than planned, leaving you alone to cook dinner for your visiting and rather dull in-laws because something called the recency effect. This could be your most salient. I don't know what that word means. Probably recent, right? Thought about your relationship or like whatever context clues. So when you're asked why the relationship is going the way it is, your brain might misdirect you to the first available explanation. He doesn't spend enough time at home and leaves me to deal with his parents. Even though even though you know that that behavior is actually rare and out of character. Victim right here of that. There you go. Now, if he would have bought you some Jordans and took you to Applebee's, then you would think that your relationship is going a lot different than it actually is. Facts. It doesn't say that in this book, but that's just how it is. I gotta help you. Okay. Now, a final reason that makes why asking yourself why disruptive is because the negative impact it has on your overall mental health. In one study, after British University students failed what they were told was an intelligence test, they were asked to write down about why they felt how the way they did, compared to a control group. They were more depressed immediately afterward, and even 12 hours later. Here, asking why caused the participant to fixate on their problems and place blame instead of moving forward in a healthy and productive way. So, if asking why doesn't help us better understand our true thoughts and emotions, what should we ask? Uh, the lesson here is that asking what keeps us open to discovering new information about ourselves, even if that information is negative or in conflict with our existing beliefs. Asking why has essentially the opposite effect. Mm, if you ask why you're putting yourself into a victim mentality, people end up in therapy forever for that. When I feel anything other than peace, I say, what's going on? What am I feeling? What is the dialogue inside my head? What is another way to see the situation? what can I do to respond better? So when it comes to internal self-awareness, a simple tool that can have a rather dramatic impact is one I call what, not why. Facts. Well, she goes, I want you to buy the book and read it and all that good stuff. But it goes on to say that on when you try to look at situations from the external, you should be asking why in business situations and things like that, not what, because that could actually make the situation worse. If you ask what in business situations and external self-awareness, things like that. But that's just a little piece of it, man. You should definitely invest your money into this book. Definitely recommend it. And it gets a little deeper. It talks about how when you ask why, it just makes you think about, it just makes your mind go to a negative place. And I think it's called ruminative. I can't remember, but or ruminatory. But when you start to reflect on all the negativities that your brain, that's what's up. What's up, Melba? When you start to reflect on all the negativity that your brain produces, when you start to ask why, there's different techniques she gives that that you can use to stop doing that or to lower the possibility that you'll do that when you start to reflect or when you start to go inside or when you go through life, not just going inside, when you start to go through life and examine your behaviors and such. But definitely recommend that book. When it comes to your internal and how you feel, if you want to reflect, ask why. I mean, ask what, not why. Today I ran into the exact situation. And funny enough, I only read this book because my first break's only for 15 minutes. Only read this book for like 10 minutes, and it was before I got to the actual solutions and the tools and the methods that she offers in the book. And I was just thinking, I wonder what these tools are going to be. I bet you I do them right now all the time. And I can tell you that we all do these things. Hopefully, if you didn't, you'd probably be in prison right now or have gone to prison. Well, a lot of people go to jail and prison, but a lot of us do these things. This person was interacting with somebody and he said something, and I got a different, it was a situation that I was trying to create, right? And I was like, what, why did she respond to me like that? And then I was like, no, no, why, that's bad. Then I started thinking, what can I do to get somebody prettier than her to respond how she's responding to him right now? And then I was like, all right, just listen to how they're interacting. Because at first, of course, I was in my own world thinking about what I had read, thinking about music and whatever I think about. And I just saw her, this look in her eye. I was like, this mother, but he's corny. You like he's making you laugh? You like that? All right. Well, what can I do then? And then I start getting out of my head so much and start focusing on their conversations as much as possible. And I was learning a lot. I was thinking, you know what? I'm glad I can't make you laugh. Because if that makes you laugh, then we're not compatible. So good. But now I know if I wanted to, I could. Dang, bro. And this whole ego thing, I don't want to get rid of my ego. My ego is my friend. We have such good times. But that's it, guys. I don't want to make this video about me, even though I said I a lot. It's for you guys. It's called again Insight by Tasha Eurich. Um, I'll put the Amazon link in the description, I guess. I'm not trying to promote it or anything. I don't even know if I have to put any copyrights or, the whole fair use thing. I don't think I have to do that. And I think I found another endeavor for you guys. If any of you guys want to get some little extra money, just a little bit, just a little itty bitty bit, let me know, and I will post that link in the descriptions of all my videos. I should probably be doing that as soon as possible, but I'm not gonna do it yet. I'll give it like a month. That's a long time. we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how life goes in about a week. It's Monday. Football's coming on tonight. Empire's coming on tomorrow. I thought it came on last week, but it didn't. The devil tricked me again. But we get another episode, episode 5, tomorrow. Anyways, guys, I'm about to go make me some vegetarian chili tacos. It's a thing. It's a thing. I'm about to make some of those. And I'll see you guys. I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang together. It's Aaron Moses, and life is in the breath. Peace, breathe it in. I had a good day at work, and that's a good thing.